Welcome. What are your love messages at this time? Our love was too intense for me to handle. Okay. I needed a break away for a while in order to recover, is their message at this time. All right, we're going to get some more messages and put things down. The time apart has brought truth and clarity about our connection. It is clear to me that I made the wrong choice. Our next message is I'm trying to move on, but the thoughts of you consume me. I cannot control them. And you were my best friend, and I didn't realize I needed this energy. All right, let's get one more. Oops. I smile on the outside, but I'm dying inside. Okay. Those are the messages at this time. Let's see how Spirit wants to translate this at this time. We'll get some clarifiers and see where things go here. So this feels like this is the reason why I stepped away vibe. Okay. This is the reason why I am stepping away. And if I haven't told you, right, I'm still connecting to you emotionally, deeply emotionally. And again, even when we talk about excuses, some excuses are, some of them are hidden, right? Some of us that are connecting with people that are super, super emotionally resistant, where they don't want to express their emotions. And it could be for a lot of different reasons. Weakness, I'm fearful of what you may think or how you may view me, or I just never been in this position before, okay? Now, this is more so of a shutdown mode. From what I'm getting here, this is definitely shutdown mode. This is, hey, look, you didn't just trigger feelings. You exposed every part of someone here that they definitely kept locked away. So this isn't just avoidance that we're getting here. This is more than that. This is, a deeper energy of self-preservation. Like I'm trying to preserve myself here so I don't come off a certain way. Okay. Now, what they want to say, but they can't, and they're struggling, besides the messages that are coming out here, is you definitely saw and can see parts of me that nobody has ever seen before. And it scares me. Okay? It definitely scares me. It's putting me in a position where I feel like I don't know if I should act, run, stay still, talk, right? Play it off. I don't know what to do. Okay, and I didn't know how to let someone that close to me either without losing myself. All right, so that's one of the biggest things happening with your person. Now, this time that they talk about here, this time apart, that is, that's bringing me clarity or bringing clarity to my mind, my heart, things like that. This is post-ego clarity that's coming in. Post-blockage clarity, I would call it. So at some point they followed their logic, right? Followed their fear or that safe energy. I'm just trying to buy time vibes here. So again, post-ego clarity. And now they're waking up in regret, remorse, or they're waking up in clarity more so, okay? It's like time, and time does that. Time definitely has forced them to, I would say, to confront their feelings and confront what they chose versus what they truly wanted. Like, look what you're choosing. Let me see what this person's choosing. I feel like this person in the past here, they chose to definitely drive this into a wall, so to speak. Okay. Yeah, the hangman. So they chose to put this on hold, hang it up, right? Hang it up on a shelf. They chose a lack of movement. They chose to stall. This is a stalling energy, right? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio vibes. A lot of emotions, but I'm going to stall it. And while they were doing that, there was no clarity. Not going to tell you why I'm doing it. I'm going to be extremely vague with it. I'm going to be extremely aloof with this energy also, okay? It's like they tried also to convince themselves like, this will be waiting for me by the time I get back. When I get back, we'll be here, right? It'll be here, And what they actually didn't notice that would actually take place is you would actually mirror their energy right back to them. You actually stood there and sat and watched them. Yes, you may have projected or, gave off a little bit of energy of disappointment. That's just what they felt. It's like they know that you're disappointed in their actions. You may not, say it out loud, but they could feel it. Okay. So there's even mental obsession even starting to happen slowly, slowly. And it's more so coming from a place of I can't outrun you, especially I can't outrun you in my mind. All right, that's where that's coming in from. All right, so you pop in through dreams and music and quiet moments more so, right? So it's like subtly creeping in more so. It's, and some of them are trying to distract themselves going out with friends. I mean, it's the weekend. They're, doing their thing here, but you're the Seven of Swords. So they're avoiding, right? Let's see what they're avoiding. This is like classic. I have to avoid this as much as I can. And let me see what the results are. The Emperor, you cannot, right? So look how you're coming in as the Empress energy, the nurturing, the different, the rare, the spiritual change that they've always manifested or always wanted to actually connect with here. So you do something very beautiful to this person. You could be an empath. You could be somebody here that they definitely didn't think that they were going to meet. And your kindness, your loving ways, your boundaries too. They love all of that. But how much and how long could they truly avoid this energy? Right? The Seven of Swords is running away from the Empress. Right? That's a sin. It's a haram. It's like, I'm really going to do this to myself. As they stated here, I'm trying to move on, but the thoughts of you keep consuming me here. Okay, so the denial, Seven of Swords, isn't working as much as they would like it to. Okay, so they still feel your presence. And to look at you, it's like you break all barriers. You break all walls. You run into this person's psyche in waves. Okay, and it's not intrusive or anything. It's just such a calm energy. And this person's just constantly saying, look, I'm trying to bury you under distractions, but I still taste your energy and everything. Okay? I still do. But this is after they put it on hold for whatever reason, like we talked about earlier. Like, I'm putting it on hold. I have to put it on hold for whatever reason, right? There's so many different reasons. Again, if some of you are interested or feeling like you're resonating with a personal reading, you're wanting to go deeper with what your person's feeling, what they're desiring with you, right? Also, if you are in a place, because I do feel like the collective has been in this place of, should I say something? My anxieties, feeling like, their avoidance is giving me a message of this is more so over. It's not. All right. Allow spirit to show you, right, through messages and clarity that it's not over. Okay. So you were my best friend. Right. This is more so like emotional intimacy here. Okay, this is something rare for them. Very, very rare. And in the past, like when this person would date, there was this vibe of, although I wasn't seen, I would find myself in relationships where I had to earn people. And I had to manipulate relationships and I had to play games and things like that. And that actually kept the spark going, At times I felt misunderstood, but the ego just kept me in those relationships because I felt like, maybe this person looks good on paper, or I like the way this person strokes my ego to some degree. And now they're like, wow, running into you, not only are you someone that I'm drawn to, you're also someone that I love to speak with, right? I love to laugh with, I love to connect with. I love the way you make me feel, and I love the way you light up. Right, your energy lights up when we connect here, but they sabotaged it. Right, that's what they're currently doing. I feel like the collective is more so in a very calm space where you're not really giving into it, which means like if they were to sabotage this, they would be doing it on their own. You wouldn't be contributing to it. I just feel your energy at peace, especially with that Empress vibe. You're at peace. You're not giving any feedback, right? You're not adding any fuel to the flame. You're just not doing that. All right. And of course there's cravings here. Of course there's a lot of tension here, and it could be sexual. It could be, again, this person wants to be close to you, things like that, but it's not just that. They just crave your presence like oxygen here. And, they come in and they're like, I keep smiling every time I think of you, right? They're admitting, this is what they're doing. I'm admitting that I've been wearing a mask. I've been wearing a mask and, during the silence. I've been wearing one and it's slowly falling off. Okay, it's slowly falling off because you're not even looking at it anymore. Ooh. They don't feel like you're feeding into it. And I feel like this is where things really took a shift and in this connection, where someone just stopped feeding into things, right? It didn't feel safe any longer and it didn't feel authentic. So you decided to give this person space so they could figure themselves out. Okay? Figure themselves out, please. And they feel disconnected from themselves at this time and also people around them to some degree. And there's a sadness lingering here as well, too. So, with that smile, obviously, that they're admitting, they're saying it's on the outside, but inside there's just a heavy weight here. All right, let's see what else is going on with that. Yeah, the Two of Swords. So there's there's a big energy of confusion. I'm confused in terms of what step to take. Some of you could work with this person, or some of you, this person is nearby, or they're wanting to explain to you. Like, I get this strong desire to explain. Like, I want to explain and give you my side of the story of why things are like this. Like, I feel like this person has like a speech prepared of letting you know or trying to clarify why things have been so confusing, like why I haven't been able to show up, right? And why, like, I haven't been able to just jump into this emotionally. For some of you, you will bless to actually sit back and hear this person's, this person's truth of, yeah, I haven't been able to do it because these emotions have been a lot for me. And I don't know what route to take. A part of me fears what the outcome may look like. A part of me fears who I'll become here. A part of me doesn't really know how to step into that vibe. Okay. And the interesting part about that is how you respond to that too. Because it's like, how do I always think listening is just the best response, like listening. Because I feel like each person's different here. Your person's going to express themselves in the best way that they know how to. And it's best not to interrupt. It's best not to jump into defense, right? Because ego got us here in the first place. I'm not saying your ego. Well, maybe your ego too, but I feel like this person's ego dragged us into this hangman energy, and now it's dragging us into the Seven of Swords. And it's interesting because even when I say us, I feel like the collective is like, no, it's not us, it's them. They're dragging themselves through this, right? I'm just watching this person, take a detour, okay? The Fool here, so they want a new beginning. I mean, the Five of Wands does talk about a little bit of a challenge. This person, yeah, they have a challenge here, right? They're afraid of the weight that comes with this. They're afraid of what, they'll ultimately feel once they break this down and they open up this new portal here of love, right? But there's definitely a challenge. And the only thing I'll say here, especially with that Fool card, is if you are in a position of someone offering you a new beginning, just be very mindful of how you're also stepping in. With that Fool card, this person may be carelessly trying to start over or carelessly trying to start something. And it's really important for you to sort of make sure that you're maneuvering your standards and making sure and remember what it is that you desire. Because I don't really feel like this person is coming in knowing what they've done, right? It's like, yes, I want to be here, but I actually haven't reflected on how my ego, threw this into a loop. I haven't noticed that. And that's very important, because if someone didn't notice that, then they're possibly, bound to do it again in a different way. Okay, so it's important to have these conversations and to have these moments of listening to yourself so you can understand what someone's ready for and what they're not ready for. Okay. At the Fool, I like the Fool because it talks about a new beginning. So that's a good start for us. Okay. I just want to remind you that you are somebody that is valued here. All right. Even at times when, you don't notice it. And yeah, okay. Is it important to scale your value on how someone's acting? No. But I feel like this person realized exactly what it was, and they're like, uh-oh. Okay, so don't forget who you are. And, at times this person may come in with, distorted actions, but don't forget who you are. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. I just wanted to come in today and talk to you for a little bit. I hope you're having a really amazing weekend. Have a good one. The link will be in the comment section below. If you want to go deeper and dive deeper about your person, take a look at our Soul to Soul audios if you are wanting to just sit in this energy of relaxation and peace and calmness, and that's what you're just wanting to do, especially starting for this Mercury in retrograde, and you're like, I'm staying home for this one. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Journal. Welcome. So before I sleep, I write, and I don't write because I have to. I do it because I deserve to move through life with clarity and also power. So this is where I pour my emotions, I reset my energy, and I decide who I'm becoming with each page. And there's 77 pages with self-care, financial goals, soul desires. It's all inside. I made this journal for those who want to manifest from their heart. So yours is waiting below. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute of this journal.